So I haven't slept in 2 weeks. I tried warm milk. I tried tiring myself out. I tried chamomile. I tried melatonin. Nothing worked. You know where I'm going with this. I also watched Eyes of Wakanda. I still haven't slept, but you get the point. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, really. It's not really that bad. Like the animation, though it takes some time to get used to, it ended up being pretty good. There was some action scenes that were pretty fun to watch. I don't understand why everyone's so ugly though. Like what is it? What is this art style that makes everyone look ugly? Like Achilles is in this shit. Like from Greek mythology, Achilles, and he's ugly. They made Achilles ugly. Hello? Like I know he wasn't actually Brad Pitt, but it's Achilles. Man, there's a reason they casted Brad Pitt. That's besides the point. The point of this video is that I watched it so you don't have to, and it's a complete and utter waste of time. It was marketed as part of the MCU, freaking the roots of Wakanda and stuff, but guess what? Even though it's about Wakanda, no Black Panther. Not even a little. Well, I mean, in the final episode, there's 10 minutes of a Black Panther from the future of a different timeline. Yep, 2 hours of Wakanda lore with 10 minutes of Black Panther, who is not part of the MCU. Bro, yeah, the action scenes were fun, but to me, it was a complete waste of time. It's the MCU, apparently. So I wanted to see it either progress or get some more lore on Wakanda. The backstory, as advertised. All we got were some random Wakandan operatives collecting stolen vibranium objects from around the world. And that's it. We've been through that. That has been a plot point in past freaking Marvel movies. Why did we have to make a whole show about it? I don't know. Genuinely, who cares? The biggest thing that pissed me off, kind of a nitpick, but not really. I'm a nitpicking guy. I'm known for that, unfortunately. One of the biggest movie and TV show tropes that I hate, for example, when there is a Russian person in Russia speaking to another Russian person in Russia, why are they speaking English? That doesn't make sense. Yes, it's a nitpick, because if it's for a Western audience, then okay, I have to understand what they're saying, right? Yeah, it's a nitpick. It's just annoying to think about, because logically it doesn't make sense. Okay, Eyes of Wakanda takes it a step further. For me, it goes beyond the nitpick and genuinely pissed me off. So the show is an anthology. Each of this episode is a Wakandan operative operating in different times and in different countries. For example, there's one who tried to get vibranium from Greece. There's one who tried to get vibranium from China. Okay, so the one in Greece, right, who is apparently best friends with Achilles and played a big role in the war in Troy. Yep, apparently he spent 9 years in Greece, right? And he's with Achilles and everyone and whatnot. Why are they speaking English? Okay, there's the nitpick part, right? They should be speaking Greek when they're in Greece, when he's talking to Greek people. Nitpick, I know. The next episode, there's another Wakandan operative in China. Why is he speaking Chinese to the Chinese people? Yes, it makes sense. But then why is the other guy not speaking Greek to the Greek people? Like, what? I'm telling you, it goes from nitpick to genuinely pissing me off. It doesn't make any sense, not even a little bit. And when he's speaking, he has the Wakandan accent that we know and love, that I'm not gonna imitate because I don't want to be portrayed as racist. That's not a good thing. So anyways, but then when he speaks Chinese, it's like very obviously a different voice actor.
Sorry, Ibo. You have always had my back. I should have listened to you. Then
and I'm not saying it should have been they should have found a black person who can make an African accent and then also be able to speak Chinese. I know that's probably hard to do. This is a hard video to make. Yeah. But you couldn't at least get a guy who sounds remotely similar, like their voice, with the guy who's voicing the guy from Wakanda. Like, I don't understand. It's very obviously a different voice actor who's speaking Chinese and who's speaking English with the Wakandan accent. It's just so weird. It's so weird. But anyways, that episode was cool because we saw a version of the Iron Fist. I love Iron Fist. It's kind of insane that it took a show that is complete and utter waste of time to make a better Iron Fist than the actual show about Iron Fist. Also, there's a ton of dialogue that just no, it doesn't make any sense, like, whatsoever.
I've tried really hard not to hurt you.
Like, for example, the Iron Fist from China infiltrates Wakanda, and when the Wakandans describe the intruder to the higher-ups as a person with foreign clothes and the yellow mask, the main character of the episode, who is friends with the Iron Fist, tries to trick the higher up by saying that it's his Wakandan friend who staged the training exercise, and he was the one wearing the mask. What about the foreign clothes that were aforementioned? We're just not gonna talk about that. Or anyways, I guess maybe the guys forgot about that, but fine. Yeah, there's a lot of tidbits like that that just don't make any sense whatsoever. For example, the final episode, where it's a Black Panther from a doomed future who goes back in time to save their doomed future. Okay, we're living in the future, right? And at this point, we know what Bruce Banner said in Endgame, right? That if you go back in time, you're not going to the past of your present. You're creating a timeline, right? I know that sounded weird, but it made sense. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about. You watched Endgame. What I'm saying is she went back in time, and whatever the case is, she still failed to save her future. You can't change the past because you can't go to the past. You are creating a different timeline by doing that. Apparently 1,000 years in the future, we don't know that. In Wakanda, out of all places. Anyways, the reason she went back in time is because apparently her timeline was doomed because the events of the Black Panther movie never kicked off, which means that T'Challa never had the idea to open up Wakanda to the rest of the world. Therefore, in the future timeline, the world was doomed because they didn't have Wakanda's tech to use. So she goes back in time to pretty much to kick off the first Black Panther movie. All right, isn't it technically like two different timelines now, like the future timeline and the past timeline, because it was going to be a timeline where Black Panther 1 doesn't happen, but then she made it happen. So I don't understand. As much hate as I got for my Ironheart video, right? Even though I said that the show is bad, but there's some stuff that I liked. Anyways, Ironheart still pushed the narrative of the MCU with Mephisto and the Hood, okay? Eyes of Wakanda, although marketed as part of the MCU and learning more about Wakanda, not only do we not learn anything about Wakanda that we don't already know, but you also don't have to watch this at all. Usually I say, watch these things and make your own opinions, but for this one, there's no point. It's not that great, and you don't gain anything by watching it. For once, I'll say, don't waste your time unless you want to, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to do that. I mean, if you're gonna waste your time and go watch Eyes of Wakanda, why not waste your time and subscribe to my channel? Okay.